Well, luckily we're back talking Jersey more with Vinny and Dino.
I ducked.
Well, we need to explain to the people why we went to black last week. And, well, you know how we were talking about Facebook and mocking people on Facebook?
Which I do all the time.
Well, I think you pissed off somebody.
No, just me? You never piss anybody
No,
off.
I think you did, because you were mocking Facebook tremendously, and we had a drive-by the other day. Little kid on a BB gun. He was pissed off about Mafia Wars.
Yeah, well, you know.
I think I beat him in Mafia Wars. So
He
he
got
decided to
real,
take a shot at us.
He only had it since Christmas, so I guess he wasn't that good yet. So.
Fuck him, the little twerp. Anyway, yeah, we got a gun shot in the window, and we're here to survive. So besides that, how was your last couple of days?
Oh, it was just dandy.
Yeah, dandy, huh?
Just dandy.
You watching a football game just today?
Annoyingly so, yes. Actually, you know, a real Jersey thing I had to do. As everybody out there in our podcast land knows, my son goes to Rutgers, so we had planned to go to watch the women's basketball team who he works for.
Yeah.
They played UConn, number one in the country. So I'm like, I got to go to that game. Should have stayed home. You know, Rutgers lost by 30, so I missed the Denver-New England game because of that.
That was a pretty decent game, but
it was better than, well, I guess I would say it was better than the other game, but we'll get to that stuff later, I guess. But
so how was the game, though? I mean, was it packed?
It was jam-packed, and I think it was half UConn fans. It was really annoying.
They drove down, huh?
Well, yeah, it's not that far of a drive.
2 hours.
Well, maybe even further from stores. Well, depending. Yeah, listen, these UConn fans are probably from everywhere. So
yeah, that's
you know,
true.
and
true.
Actually, truth be told, since before my son went to Rutgers, I used to root for the UConn basketball team.
Oh, really?
They're really good. I mean,
that's good.
You know, so but now I have to change my allegiance. I got all my Rutgers stuff on there, like that. So the place was jam packed. Nothing's more annoying than going to a home arena and having like the fans split with the away team. I hate that. That's annoying. You know, it's not like football, so it wasn't like there was fights in the stands or anything like that.
It's basketball. It's girls' basketball.
Yeah. Well, you know, someone could beat me
fights?
up. Some of them are pretty damn tough.
Some of those women look.
Well,
I mean,
the one girl from UConn, she's 6'5".
6'5".
6'5". I mean, she's cute and dainty and everything, but she's 6'5".
How do you be dainty at 6'5"?
She's
cute, maybe.
She's
dainty?
cute. She's cute. No, maybe dainty's not the right word, but
her foot is probably like a size 12.
Probably. Well, how do you convert a female height to? Well, we were talking this before off camera. It's like 6'5" is like what, like 7 foot as a man? I mean, that's pretty big. So.
I hope she doesn't have something else that matches with that.
Oh no! We didn't go there. No, we didn't go there. But that's
6'5".
Yeah. So.
6'5", 180, and she's.
But she's well proportioned. I mean, you know, she's not like a freak or anything like that. Like, you know, in the 70s, though.
Oh, in the 70s, no. Anybody over 6 foot, if you were a woman, forget about it.
Yeah, you couldn't even walk and chew gum at the same time. This girl, she's running up and down the floor like, you know, fast. Well, fast for a big girl. But,
steroids.
Oh, well, you know.
Do we need to talk about steroids?
Huh?
Do we need to talk about steroids?
No, I think we took care of that the last time. Right?
A-Rod?
Yeah.
Okay,
Who?
That's good. A-Rod?
Yeah, we're going to forget about that.
I have A-Rod.
You know, but, oh, my goodness gracious.
It's that 6'5" basketball player.
Yeah.
Got me started early on
Martin
Luther King Day.
That was like the highlight of my week was, you know, driving out to Piscataway, which is, you know, it's like an hour's drive and, you know, that type of crap. You get to see the sun and, you know, so next to wife.
How's he doing? He's doing good?
Yeah, he's away from home. He's 21 and he's away at school. I think you can answer that question on your own.
And I guarantee the lovely Christine probably packed some food for him.
She did. She went up there last week. She actually did food shop because he was up a week early for basketball.
Okay.
And the campus isn't open yet. It opens up tomorrow, actually. And so she did some food shopping for him, stacked his refrigerator for a week or so, and this way he has food. So, yeah, that's a mommy thing. I was just like, just give him some cash and let him go buy the food himself. He's a big boy.
But he wouldn't have done that. He would have bought like potato chips and shit.
And beer.
Of course, you have to.
That goes without saying.
Potato chips.
You have to wash down the potato
chips. He's
21. Yes, he is. Yes. So. Did I tell you that his roommate's parents own a liquor store?
Oh my God.
And we'll just leave it at that.
Holy cow.
That's the God's honest truth. Yeah.
Cheap booze.
Well, free booze. Yeah.
Nice.
So that was my week. How about yourself?
Not much. Just going through the motions.
That's we do that in life every day, don't we? Go through the motions.
Go through the motions.
I'll be 80 soon.
Nothing exciting. We had Corey Rodriguez here at Uncle Vinny's, and everything was calm. No drama. No things happening. No white trash coming in.
Oh, that's no fun.
Well,
There goes our material.
Made it. Yeah, I mean, we actually had people in from New Egypt. They came in for the show the other night.
Did they bring their passports?
Yes.
Did you let them in?
That's Sarah Palin. Oh my God.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. I just done it on my own. I forgot about that.
Sarah
That's right.
Palin.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. She went to New Egypt. She
I forgot
thought she
about
needed
that.
a passport.
Yes.
Yeah. So
So
and
they left the pyramids and they came and
they actually came in a regular car instead of a pickup truck. Because I don't even think I told you that story.
Did they rent? They must have rented it then.
They may have rented it. But about 4 weeks ago, we had some people from New Egypt, and they came here for a 4-year anniversary.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and they were excited because they got to sit in the cab of the pickup truck.
Okay.
The problem is they came with a party of 8.
So they usually throw it in the back.
Well, yeah, they set up a mattress in the flatbed part of, and again, I don't drive pickup trucks, nor do I know. I may be saying the wrong thing, but I think that's a flatbed part.
Yeah, it's the pickup part.
The pickup part.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I don't.
Where there was a mattress in there,
Well, at least they were comfortable.
and the other 6.
Stuffed into the front.
No, the other 6 were on the mattress, in the flatbed part.
Wow.
Because the anniversary couple were lucky enough to drive in a cab.
Oh, because it was their anniversary.
Oh,
Okay.
They didn't have to ride in a pickup.
Ah.
Now flashback. I said about 4 weeks ago.
Right.
It was
chilly.
fucking cold
It
out.
was a lot cold out.
And
Yeah.
they came to the late show, the 10:45 show.
Wow.
So by the time we left, it was 1 o'clock in the morning. It had to be like 15.
They were like icicles. Oh my God.
Yeah. So that's how the other half lives
So
in
how-
Jersey. But we got an interesting topic we want to talk about: the 18 differences of South Jersey and North Jersey, right?
Yeah, I mean, we always say you say the Perth Amboy Bridge. Some people
Yeah.
say 195.
Now, according to that article, what are they saying is south? I'm going to assume, okay, the Parkway is 172 exits, so you cut it in half, that comes out to 86.
And that's like Tom's River, Lakewood border.
Okay.
Which really you can't say is South Jersey.
Well, according to the Parkway, it is.
Well, if you do that by the numbers, I mean, that's
All right, let's take the Turnpike.
you take the Turnpike. I don't know.
Turnpike's exit 18.
Yeah,
18 and a half is 9.
and that's like Rutgers.
Rutgers.
Yeah,
That's south.
yeah, but you have to go by the. I always go by the people. And if you draw,
Go by people in south
you-
of Cranford.
well, stop it. So if you draw the line, I do by people and their allegiances to their sports teams. Imagine I reference everything to sports.
I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan, so I should be like right yonder down there.
Get the fuck out of here. But if you are people that root for the New York, New Jersey, Philadelphia teams, and you
Okay.
want to take that, there's always been an age-old boundary line. Where does it go? It kind of goes through Lacey, Forked River, because that's where that's what we used to, before you moved down here, we used to call them the 609ers. People with the 609 area codes.
Okay.
See, now it's just kind of
609.
limited. It's kind of limited to like Atlantic County, parts of Burlington County. Because there used to be what? How many area codes in those days? It was 201,
201,
732.
73, no.
No,
732 was new.
No, that's right. That's it.
201, 908, and 609.
That's right. And we were down here in Ocean County. We were 201 for years.
Yeah.
We went from 201 to 732. The 908s were always. I think that was kind of like the Bridgewater area.
Yeah.
The
And
201.
parts of Morris County now.
And the
908.
201 kind of ran from like the middle part of Ocean County all the way up to like Newark and up through to like Bergen
Yeah.
County and to
And then
New York, to New York
973
border.
took over Newark. And they got 856 for the
Well, yeah.
people ran out of gas to move into Pennsylvania.
They kind of went halfway up the Atlantic City Expressway and said, "We're settling right here." But
See, the way I always determine North Jersey and South Jersey is whoever has the better dental plan.
well, some parts of the state don't need a dental plan. So you can
So
say
that's south.
Yeah.
That's south. Huh?
That's the guy that you bought the lottery ticket from a couple.
That
with
sign.
The sign. That's the
That sign.
first thing I thought of when we were going to talk about this today.
Yeah.
But there is a general difference.
Okay.
Because you can also go look how people vacation. People on
If they pack the Winnebago,
All right, here we go. We're really losing crowds now. I'm trying to be
We're
intelligent.
listening.
I'm
Yeah,
trying to be.
computers.
You ask me a question, I'm trying to give you an intelligent answer, and you
Okay.
want to go down that road, but that's okay.
All right.
I like that road though.
All right, go ahead.
People from like the Philly area, Cherry Hill, and everything like that.
Okay.
They don't vacation up in our neck of the woods here. They're kind of like
No.
LBI and South.
Delaware.
When they say they're going to the shore, I hear, I'm going to Avalon. Or, I'm like, what the fuck is that?
What do you go to Delaware beaches?
Well, I don't think everybody goes to Delaware Beach. Rehoboth is kind of like,
I mean, I've never gone to Delaware Beach.
No.
Nor do I have an interest.
No. So you can kind of look at it that way too. So the difference, I think, is just the South Jersey has some cities. You got Camden, Cherry Hill, but then you got like Salem County, then you got like Vineland, and then you can go down to Cape May, which is pretty populated and it's really beautiful to go to.
Well, because most of the Jersey Shore is wiped out for this past summer, so everyone went to Cape May.
They got lucky.
They got very lucky.
They got really lucky. Can you imagine if all those beautiful homes and bed and breakfasts got destroyed? That wouldn't have been good. Then you got Atlantic City, which is kind of like the worst of both worlds. It's kind of like the city comes to the shore. I mean, yeah. I mean, remember the first time you went there when you were as a young man? Probably you walked the boardwalk in Atlantic City. You were kind of like walking. Like, what am I doing? And it's just, I think they still do that.
I got a funny story about that one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when I was one of the girls I dated when I was younger, relatively long relationship, broke up with me, and I just went down to Atlantic City one night. It was in the month of November. I had my trench coat on and just walking the beach by the boardwalk.
Trench coat.
Just want to clear my head, and 3 guys were walking behind me. True story. Wow, I bet you he went some money up there. So I just went like this. I'm packing.
They scattered?
Scattered.
Yeah. Well,
I wasn't packing.
No, I would hope not.
No.
No, I mean.
No. Although, I think it's time to start packing.
Like the guy.
There's a lot of shit going on.
Like the guy with the BB gun that took a shot at us.
Well, yeah, I'm a little mafia war guy, but
but that's
he's only 10, but he doesn't know any better. That's where it starts, though.
We can have that whole debate for the next.
Why was he even listening to podcasts? He's 10.
Maybe his mommy died log in for him. I don't know.
Okay.
But I don't know. But so.
Yeah, but I want to talk about those 18 things of South and North Jersey. I think that'd be kind of interesting.
I think it'd be cool.
I'd like to take my take on it. So let's just hit this list. Let's see what's going on.
You know why we call it the Garden State?
Because we have to guard everything we fucking own?
No, not guarded state.
Garden. I'm guarding.
Yeah.
I'm guarding my stuff.
Well, evidently, I guess years ago, I guess there's still farms in Jersey somewhere.
Yeah, there are.
Not too many up from where you grew up, but
no.
More so in that 856.
Well, you got the Jersey tomato, the Jersey blueberry,
cranberries,
Jersey corn.
Cranberries are good.
No Jersey eggplant though.
Well, not commercially, no, but I think people grow them in the backyard.
Oh, of course, you had to.
But I think it's more in the 856.
856 and parts of 609 and 908. Whoa.
Well, yeah, they'd be raising mountain goats on their farms, probably.
Yeah.
Then you got Hoagie Fest. They talked about.
See, that's something. I call them sub sandwiches. Subs.
They're subs, yes, but
you call them hoagies? Or
no. Well, Wawa is a Philadelphia-based company.
Okay.
They call them hoagies. We call them subs here.
I've always called them subs.
I've always called them subs.
I've never called them a hero or a hoagie.
Gyros, not gyros. What do they call them? Grinders. They do that in Philly.
Grinders.
Yeah, it's not a dancer. But they were always called subs.
Yeah, always called subs.
Never hoagies. I don't think I've ever asked for a hoagie.
That's so South Jersey.
It is, and I don't think I've ever asked for a hoagie in my life. But Wawa does have some pretty good sandwiches. I mean, I don't know if you're a Wawa sandwich guy.
I'm into Wawa.
I like Wawa.
I'm into the soups actually in Wawa.
The soups aren't bad.
Soups aren't bad.
But
a little salty.
Yeah, but every soup is salty. I mean,
no, Wawa coffee for $1.
That's not salty.
No, that's pretty good. How long is this going to last for? 2 weeks?
Probably.
Now, if you get a coffee for $1,
why are you getting a little one? Is that where you're going with that? Yeah, I never understood that. I never understood that.
Why?
Any size, $1.
I'll get the big one and 2 cups.
And if you don't drink it, you dump it out the window of your car. What difference? You spend the same amount of money.
No, you see, the thing is, you got to buy a 24-ounce cup.
Yeah.
And you take a second cup because you say it's too hot. Oh boy. And then you got the gumad in the front seat. Hey, I bought you a cup of coffee.
Wow.
You pour it out.
The wife gets
50 cents.
The wife gets her own cup. The gumad gets the half and half. You go like this.
Well, it could be a wife too.
Well, you said Gumad. So
I said good mom
You
because
did.
I don't have a wife.
Okay. And speaking of wives,
What about him?
the Real Housewives of New Jersey. Listen, my wife loves watching this thing. She watches them from all the towns and everything like that.
I've never watched it.
I've glanced through.
Is it exaggerated? Yes.
Well, it have to be. I think if you asked the people that on the shows, they probably would tell you that it is. Now, do I think some of that stuff is real? I think so.
Oh yeah, of course.
I think so.
Of course.
Now, I kind of know a woman whose sister's on one of them, and I know her
Okay.
a little bit. And I've never asked a question like, "Is it real?" And I've actually seen her and her husband on the show when I flick by, or the wife is watching, or something like, "Oh yeah, there they are," But not even just New Jersey, these other ones of Atlanta and of Orange County, and do you want to be friends?
I want to see the Real Housewives of Des Moines, Iowa.
Do you really?
Yeah, I want to see what they do.
What do you think they fight about? They're not fighting about the charity event or the high heel shoes that they're wearing. They're probably fighting about whose fertilizer that is. That's my husband's pickup truck.
No, that's my boyfriend. No, that's my uncle.
Same thing.
Same thing.
Same thing. So, but people, they want to identify Jersey. I mean, so I don't think the people in South Jersey can really identify unless they come up with a Real Housewives of like Atlantic City or something like that. Can you imagine,
yeah.
Can you imagine what that'd be like?
Yeah. Cha-ching! Cha-ching! Shit, ran out of money.
It'd be maybe Real Housewives of Atlantic City / Gang Wars.
Peace out, bud. We'll save that for the Super Bowl segment.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's all.
Bruce, is there any other guy that you have to even say, you know who it is? Bruce.
Bon Jovi.
That's 2 words though, and it's actually, as an Italian, he changed his name.
Bon Giovanni.
He was Bon Giovanni. It was one long name. He took Bon Jovi. But you either love Bruce or hate him. I love his music. His political stuff, I can kind of do without.
Glory days.
Yeah. Whatever. But do you like? Are you a Bruce guy?
I listen to it. I'm not really a particular music.
You're not a music guy, are you?
I listen to songs. I mean, I'm more the 80s.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
it. And speaking of which, I like listening to the Casey Kasem's Countdown. We all grew up with Casey Kasem. Listen to the
He's
count-
such a faggot.
Yeah, but he played all the good music, and I was listening to one the other day.
Kasem.
Oh yeah, come on. He's did he die yet?
I hope so.
Is he still hanging on?
I don't think he's alive.
Well, I don't
This
think.
is Casey Kasem. We got a message from Laura
Oh, the long
in
distance
Des Moines,
dedications.
Iowa.
It's always Des Moines, Iowa.
Because I can't think of another fucking city I'd rather not be
Yeah,
at.
yeah.
So anyway,
But
she says hello to the long lost love in
Yes.
Seattle, Washington.
to the person who probably hung themselves in Seattle, Washington, because the sun hasn't come out in like what 2 years.
Sun will come out next year.
But what's unique about what I was listening to, and this is like no other place in the country, and tell me if I'm wrong.
What's that?
He comes up to a song. It was Bon Jovi,
Yep.
New Jersey, and he would actually say,
What was the song? You remember?
It was "Living on a Prayer."
Oh, that's
He
good.
says, and next song number, whatever the hell it was, from New Jersey rockers Bon Jovi, and they're going on and on. Then they say, and the next song was a remake, Edward Starr remake by New Jersey rocker Bruce Springsteen. I'm like, oh wow, Jersey's really getting. This is 30 years ago. Next day, then a song comes up. From North New Jersey, Cool and the Gang with. It's like, do you ever hear them ever say, Iowa rocker, boom? Maybe John Mellencamp with the whole Indiana thing. He wrote that pretty.
A little bit.
He wrote that pretty good, but you never really hear.
Nobody from Oregon.
No. Washington. You heard the
Nebraska.
no, a little bit Hart with Washington,
Minnesota?
Prince, Minneapolis. But there's so few and far between. We have to dig to find who they're talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
Here, it's always just like, the lovely Christine got me tickets to see Jersey Boys, in March. Frankie
you.
Valli and the Four Seasons. I mean, but
at
everybody, they named a freaking Broadway show called Jersey Boys, and they were musicians. So that's a unique thing that I don't think any other part of this country can really lay claim. Maybe except for the country music stuff. I mean, but they're all from Texas anyway. right?
Nashville.
Yeah, they're all from the same places. But
What else is on that list?
whatever. See, I'm going to cheat here a little bit, like I usually do.
Okay.
Here's a North Jersey, South Jersey, which we talk about all the time. You think they could have been separate states?
Yes, definitely. I can't believe some of these people in South Jersey belong in New Jersey.
Now, a lot
Like,
of
I think they I think they moved the Pennsylvania border.
Well, Heike, it's the Delaware. See, because I don't know if the
I don't know,
Raritan
they had to do
does the
something,
Raritan
because
touch
they-
the Delaware. I mean, you could, if the Raritan River touched the Delaware, you can kind of make that the border. You know,
That could work.
that could work. You know, then the tolls would be a lot more coming over the
Or maybe
Perth
just
Amboy Bridge.
dig out Route 78 and just put water.
Dig out Route 78. It's up and down a hill or like mountains. I mean, that'd be
Mountains. There's mountains in Jersey.
Yeah,
Where?
up 78. You've driven 78 a lot more than me.
There's no mountains.
You got to put it in low, you got to put in low gear to go up the freaking road.
Oh, it's it's going up a mountain. It's
and coming
half
down,
a mile.
and coming down, you just put it in neutral and go. Rah! You know.
No, we're talking mountains.
Well,
We're talking like
no,
Denver mountains.
No, exactly.
There's none of that over here.
You know.
A little bit the Appalachian.
And there's one other thing, and this is like an old topic that anybody can ever talk about.
What's that?
Pumping your own gas. I think speaking of Oregon, I think Oregon's the only other state in the country where you get some schlep that pumps your gas for you.
And you want to do it for them
Well,
because
yeah.
they just don't understand English.
Well, many of them don't. Many of them are just
They have no manners.
not at Wawa. The Wawa pump, they're pretty good. They hire some pretty smart
Okay.
people.
You know what? I'm not going to get. I'm not going to a race thing here or
Please
a culture thing.
That's DI.
But why does Wawa not have anybody with a turban working at the gas stations or behind the counter?
Well, it's an American-owned company.
Okay.
Where a lot of these other individual gas stations are owned by, people from the persuasion of the Middle
Well,
East.
quick check. What's that owned by?
I have no idea.
7-Eleven.
Is it really?
No, I'm
wow.
saying no, 7-Eleven.
7-Eleven, well, 7-Eleven is a franchise. You and I could go buy one tomorrow if we
Right.
wanted to. Wawa is company owned.
All right.
So-
Cumberland Farms.
That's definitely franchised.
Okay.
The one I go to on Fisher Boulevard over there in Tom's River. I went to go give my debit card to swipe. I went to get a gallon of milk. It took me half an hour. Oh, it cost me $4 to. I said, so I'm standing there waiting. He said he had to run my card through. It was like the old day. I was waiting for him to break out that little book.
Oh,
with
Jesus.
The card. The one time I didn't have enough for a gallon of milk on me, but
Wawa's doing it right.
Wawa does it right. But they remember the first time you ever drove out of state and you had to get gas. Oh. You pull up and you stand there and you're waiting. And you're like, what the hell? And you look out, everybody's like, what are they doing? Get out of there! You're not supposed to touch that.
The first time I drove out of state, I drove into Manhattan.
Is there a lot of gas stations in Manhattan?
There's one outside the Lincoln Tunnel. One.
Think he does good business?
And well, once I saw the price, I'm like, back then I got like $3 of gas just to get me back through the tunnel so I can go back home again and get real
this
gas.
is true. Yes.
Holy cow. That was a mob scene. There was like 18 gas tanks and islands, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
And then the guy's behind bulletproof glass. You have
Wow.
to pay him first.
Do you blame him?
Oh,
Do you blame him at all?
you have to pay him first. You have to tell him what pump number you're at. And I didn't know what pump number I was.
I'm over there.
The number's over there. The number's over there. Okay, I got the, at the time I had the Cougar. I said, I got the black Cougar. I need the number on the pump. All right, you fucking work here. You don't know what number that is.
Yeah, you see what you have like 3 things to do.
Oh, man.
But why do we have to pump our gas? It's like the liquor stores we talked about the last time we sat down here. We're unique. We pump our own gas. We have to buy booze in a liquor store, where
Yep.
in some states you can drive into the convenience store, not into the convenience store. Some old people do that.
And there's
But
been a lot of recently.
Yeah, well, that's every day. But you drive to the convenience store, you park your vehicle, you go in, you go grab a sandwich, a bottle of Miller Lite. You get in your car, you pull over to the gas pump. You get out, you pump your gas, because I don't want to pump the gas before I go grab my food. That's just kind of
One-stop shop.
yeah, exactly. Here we got to go to the gas station and get gas.
Yep.
So we have enough money and enough gas in the car to get to the sandwich place to get the sandwich, and I think I'll have a beer with that. Then I got to go around the corner to the other. You're driving all day just to get gas, a sandwich, and a beer. Other states, but the one drawback is though,
What's that?
living in those other states. I
Yeah,
just
it
call them as I
sucks.
see them.
It
Sorry.
sucks.
Well,
the one thing about Pennsylvania, and I'm going to refer to Pennsylvania because that's only right next to us. You want a gallon of milk, you got to fucking drive.
unless you have your own cow, which some of them do.
Some do, but then you got to pasteurize it.
Live.
Fresh milk from a cow.
Take a chance.
Ooh.
Come on, But that's if maybe Abraham, the guy that built these chairs, in Lancaster, he probably can get you some nice fresh milk.
Abraham.
You know, but then again, he doesn't have to go to the gas station because he fills his vehicle up with oats and hay. And he keeps warm the fireplace. I mean, you know, maybe that life isn't so bad.
That's a thought.
Save a few dollars, right?
Here I come.
But listen, we like, as everybody knows here, we bust on a lot of things in Jersey. I mean, I love it here. I mean, the wife and I have talked about maybe when the kids get out, maybe we'll think about moving out. But where do you really want to go? Seriously. I know some people that a guy I work with that just retired at the beginning of the year.
Okay. Where'd he go?
Well, him and his wife had bought a house in North Carolina.
Ugh.
But the funny thing about it is, he said his whole street, they're all from New Jersey. So it's almost like they're building their own little Jersey South in North Carolina. So because a lot of people, they're just getting the hell out. They, you know,
well,
for whatever reason, listen, it is expensive. We've talked about this a million times.
And we should get into the politics of the state soon.
That's a dangerous subject, but I think we'll tackle it.
Yeah, we'll tackle it.
I think so.
So anyway, I woke up this morning.
That's a big thing.
And yeah, I woke up this morning.
Good.
Yeah, right.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
It's another one down.
So, Governor Christie, what the fuck's going on?
He's in bad shape. He's in bad shape. You know, I liked him, but you know what? Can you say skeletons?
You know, I don't know if they're skeletons. You
Well,
know,
something going on.
Who gets into politics not thinking that politics aren't a little shady?
That you'd be naive if you didn't, I think.
Okay. So this woman up in Hoboken.
The Zimmer chick.
The Zimmer chick.
Yeah.
Okay.
In Hoboken.
Hoboken. Now, what's her issue now?
Evidently, the lieutenant governor, Kim Guadagno,
Okay.
supposedly, I guess, went to her and said, for the most part, if you want this Sandy money for Hoboken, you better support the governor on whatever issue that he was supporting. Isn't that what politics is? It's kind of like
one hand has to wash the
quid
other.
pro quo. You do this, and I'll do this for you. I mean, but I think they're just piling on. So if this happened months and months ago,
why are you coming out now?
yeah, I think she was saying something like, "Oh, she was afraid something might happen or whatever." Now
Well,
she's got diaries and stuff.
I actually heard that she said that she felt she was being bullied. Well, you know what? Grow a fucking set of balls.
Well, I don't think she could do that, but anyway.
Well, maybe she fucking should.
Well, you know.
All right? You're a mayor now.
And of Hoboken.
Of Hoboken.
It's not like you're mayor of...
You got crime every fucking night in the street.
Yeah.
Okay? You're the gateway to Manhattan.
You've taken away the St. Patrick's Day parade.
She took away St. Patrick's Day parade?
They don't have that anymore. Too many people peeing in the streets. She couldn't even control the
God forbid.
the uromycetitis.
A little bit of,
Seinfeld.
A little bit of bleach. Takes care of it.
Yeah, there'll be a flood in Hoboken again. It'll wash it out.
You know?
You know. But, I mean, that's politics. Hey, I need some votes. Can you help me out with something? No problem. Can you help me out with this? I'll do that for you. That's politics, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
bullied. I mean,
Bullied.
bullied is really...
This word is getting totally abused right
When
now.
we were growing up, bullied is like, if you don't give me lunch money, I'm going to punch you in the mouth. That's bully.
Yeah.
Okay? Or, you know, or to the big boys land, if you don't pay me the money you owe me, I'm coming to get your kids. That's bully.
Right.
On a whole other level. But he's bullying town. You know, you're bullying towns now. You're bullying counties. You're bullying states. You're bullying bridges. Listen, Vinny's saying, I'm not saying that this is all crystal clean and there's no problems. But like you said, grow up a little bit. You want to get into politics. This is the game. You surprised? I mean, I don't know. Nixon survived.
Clinton did.
No, he's thriving. I mean, this happens. Now, will Chris Christie become president now? In my heart of hearts, no. I don't think that. Yeah, even you have to admit, if he's not even going to be on the ballot, because you know what, they're going to want to say, listen, you can fundraise in Florida like he's doing this week, and you can come to the convention, you can bring your chubby little kids and stuff like that. That's fine, but you're not getting on the ticket. Sorry, Mitt Romney had issues with him 4 years ago. Do you think it got any better?
I think, you know
think I got any better? Come on, I mean, you know.
The problem is, you know what? It's all these people who don't say nothing, and then when one person steps forward, then they all want to chime in.
Right.
And you know what? It's just the same with anything. Like I'm sure, just with the A-Rod thing, everybody else just started chiming in. Going back with the steroids, the baseball, everyone else started.
Yeah, he
chirping.
did something bad, but was it really that bad? I mean, I know we've been piling on him, but I mean, was it really that big of a deal? I mean, he was wrong, and just move on.
Yeah, exactly.
Andy Pettit, he overcame it.
Yeah.
And I think A-Rod said the same thing, same press conference. I did it too. Oh, you're a scumbag. You're out.
Yeah.
Andy, oh, we love you. You're good.
Yeah, well.
You know, so I mean, listen, they found a way.
Well,
They couldn't vote him out.
how about a little situation down in Atlantic City
Which one?
with the Revel?
What happened with
State
the-
funded the rest of the Revel.
Yeah. Yeah, well,
Well, that's sort of kind of shady.
it's for tourism.
Okay, so in other words, we'll help you, and in turn, you're going to help us.
That's been going on for
That's
thousands
been going
of
on
years.
for years.
Yeah. I don't get it. But like I was just saying before, they couldn't vote him out. So now they're going to take all these little issues that they never really would have had an problem with.
No.
Now they're going to use that, and nowadays, listen, it's on every channel this morning, every local, every national cable channel. It's all over the news. I mean, we care about New Jersey, and we're trying to make you care about New Jersey. But do you think some of these people really give a shit about what's going on here?
No.
I mean, so.
I mean, is it shocking? I mean,
No, I'd say not shocking. I'm not.
I mean, when you're talking about holding Sandy money back, maybe that's the issue because
Well, that's
people
how-
suffered so much. But I mean,
That's how you get people's attention.
people suffered in Hoboken.
People
Did they
suffered.
suffer as much as they did in Manilokin?
People suffered
Or
in
Union
South Amboy.
Beach.
South Amboy. Anywhere where there was water, people suffered. You know.
Greenbrook. I mean, Greenbound.
Yeah,
wherever it is.
the Delaware River almost overflowed from the ice a couple weeks ago. I mean, there's issues everywhere. You know, so
But in all honesty, if I had to pick a president, I want someone with a set of balls.
yeah.
I wouldn't mind somebody with a little bit of a bully attitude.
But the problem is they have to be practically appointed to the ballot by his peers, and if they don't think that he's the right way to the way the party's going to go, and this goes for any party, Democrat or Republican, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
So if you don't like me, you're not going to support me. You could be governor, and I'll come to your state and I'll help you out with anything, but I don't want you to be president. Sorry. You have too many issues that we're going to have to answer to 3 years into your presidency, where you're going to make us all look like fools and we're going to lose vote. I mean, it's all about money. It's all about getting votes. It's all about, the thing that sucks, we're losing residents out of New Jersey because, we lose votes now. When people, how the
Right.
government works.
Yeah.
I mean, why is everybody down in the South now? How come Texas has more votes than we do? They got more people. Everybody's moving out.
It's a bigger state, though, too. Should have more
Yeah, but
people.
I'm just saying, Florida's kind of like, they have more votes than we do. I mean, so there's a whole spiraling of what can possibly happen just by putting a guy like Christie on the. We're sitting here saying, "Oh yeah, he'd be great. He could bully and get things done." But that's not the political way to do things.
Maybe it should change because obviously the way it's been going, the deficit's increasing every day, isn't it?
That clock, that thing in New York
It's
City,
just-
it hasn't stopped. Never stops. I think it's getting faster.
Who has the electrical contract on that?
Not me. I don't know. Can you imagine? How do you repair
Somebody,
that?
Giuliani?
How do you repair something like that?
Juliana take care of that on the
What
side?
if one of the numbers goes out?
I think it's going so fast you couldn't tell from one of them. It's going.
especially that one all the way to the right.
Yeah, that's just
It
burning.
needs a speed limit on that. But listen, we don't claim to be political pundits, and we don't know the
No.
intricacies of how government works. I mean, but
No.
who votes? People like you and me, right?
I've never voted.
Wow, really?
Never voted.
You've never voted?
Never
So if you
voted.
went to your polling place, they'd be like, "Do you know who?"
Do you know who?
Oh well. But I'm just saying. But people like you and me do vote, so they're getting their information from whether the cable channels, the newspapers, and it's always slanted one way or the other.
Well-
So all the people that you see on Facebook and Twitter that are like, "Oh wow, this guy," that
I can't.
that's where
believe,
people get their information
I
from.
can't believe Christie's bullying Hoboken. Really? Fucking serious?
So one person writes it, 10,000 people see it,
Like,
and,
like.
7,500 believe it. So that's
They
the
killed
world.
the BB gun ain't coming back, is he?
No,
All right, good.
he ran. But this is what we've come to. This is what we believe. You believe what you read.
Yeah.
And this is nothing new.
No.
Thomas Paine back in the colonial days, and the newspapers, but they had a lot of things to say back in the day, and that's the political cartoonists when they didn't have TV and stuff like that. This is nothing new. It's just on a grander scale. And
It's more accessible.
And the immediacy of the information. I mean, we could sit here right now and we could probably punch up Kim Zimmer, Hoboken mayor.
We
There's
can find out
probably
who she took to the prom if she went to the prom.
I don't think she went to the prom. Have you seen her?
No.
Not my cup of tea. Not mine. No. A little bit of eye makeup wouldn't hurt you, Kim.
But how about the Bridget chick? What's going on with that?
I've never seen her. Oh, that's not what we're talking about.
Oh, she's ugly.
Oh,
She's ugly
I've
too.
never seen her.
No.
She's it's like Paulie in The Godfather. Oh, you won't see her no more.
No. No, she dropped off the face of the earth.
You know, I mean, so this is what it's come to. I mean, but like I said, you know, we're just regular guys here. These are the ones that are making the placing the votes. You know, and they're watching CNN and say, "Oh, Kim Zimmer said Christie bullied me." That must be true.
I'm still on Christie's bandwagon.
I am too, but
still
I'm
on
just
his
telling you
bandwagon.
the realistic part of it is he's not going to be president. I can vote for him. You can vote for him. Half of New Jersey can vote for him. It ain't going to happen. It's unfortunate, and this didn't help. He was going to struggle to get national support anyway, because when's the last president from New Jersey? Woodrow Wilson, I think, right?
A long time ago.
Yeah, real long time. Is he dead now? I think he's dead, right? Yeah.
He's dead.
You know, so he's all broken up about the Woodrow Wilson death. Yes, he did die. He did die. Yeah. So this is.
We're gonna cut that out.
Yeah, this is the way I look at it. You know, my little view of it, and I think a lot of people share the same view for the positive or the negative about the guy. You know, I mean, so we're kind of like reading the cereal box, as they say. He's like, oh, whoa, look at this.
I think what's going to happen now is he's going to have somebody writing his speeches now. He's not going to be as much off the cuff.
He's still going to insert it. Listen,
I don't think. No, I think today's news will tame him a little bit.
Well, we can.
But he had to tame himself anyway to become president.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If that's his end goal, yes, that's going to happen. If he doesn't, in his heart of hearts, think it's going to happen, gloves are off. He's just going to be the total bully that he is. He is a bully.
He's not a bully.
Well, he's
a guy who's taking authority.
Yes.
And taking control.
But I'm not saying bully in a bad sense of the word. You know, it's just saying, listen, he wants to get something done. He's like, you're either going to do it or you're not. And if you don't do it, there'll be repercussions. Just like, remember Mom and Dad when you were a kid? Take out the garbage. If you don't take out the garbage, I'm going to smack the crap out of you. But in this society, no, we don't want to do that. We don't want to touch. We don't want to hit little Johnny.
Time out, Johnny.
We don't want to touch little Johnny. You know, my mother, she had the rings. I mean, God rest her soul. I mean, you know, she didn't think twice. Smack right across the mouth.
Right across.
I mean, it didn't happen that often, but you knew you had that fear of either the wooden spoon, the cutting board, or the rings. Something was going to happen. And he's kind of bringing the old school way of life to Jersey politics, and the soccer moms and all these people that, come on. I'm a little pissed off. Sorry about that. Kim Zimmer, get some eye makeup.
And the girl set of balls.
Ooh. So we know who's in the Super Bowl now, huh?
I think it's Denver and Seattle.
Well, I know Seattle's in because they've been in the news since the final clock ended. What the? I mean, listen. Well, let's get the good stuff out of the way. Broncos beat the Patriots. People hate Brady, so they're happy. Everybody loves Manning, so yay! You know, and
a prediction from I think the second podcast: there will be a Manning in the Super Bowl.
That was a real tough. You really went out on a limb, didn't you?
But that was podcast number 2.
It was good. Yes, absolutely.
That was our first one with Wonder Boy Ryan.
And he's Brian.
Ryan, Wonder Boy Ryan.
Ryan, yes.
He's Ryan.
That's right. Now, yeah, I'm all confused. Hey, at least the one good thing about Peyton, he's got a place to live. In the lovely city of, Hoboken. That's where Eli lives. You know that, right?
Hoboken?
Eli lives in Hoboken, yes. So now we totally trashed Hoboken.
Did he have any problem with the storm, Eli?
I don't think so.
No? Okay.
So Denver's coming to Jersey. They're going to be playing the Seattle Seahawks.
Yep.
They were 2 good games. You know, Denver more dominated.
Denver really dominated.
It could have been a lot closer. If New England had got that 2-point conversion, it would have been an 8-point game, and it might have changed a little bit. But once it was a 10-point game,
I didn't see the post game. Did Brady cry?
Well, people say he did. He was disappointed. His team hasn't done much in the past 10 years. You know, he didn't have the best of games.
No.
You know, Denver's the better team. They've been the better team in that conference all year.
Yeah.
I mean, why is everybody surprised?
First time in a while that the number 1 team from each conference is going to the Super Bowl.
20 years, I think.
That's a long time.
It's a long time.
So this is really a Super Bowl.
For the most part.
This is the championship game.
This was the 2 best teams all year consistently, without a doubt. And Seattle kind of got a nice, I don't want to say break, they earned it, you know. But the new Jack Bag of the Week is Richard Sherman. He made the great play.
Asshole.
He is, but he made a great play to end the game. There's no doubt.
Like You celebrate like you've been there before.
Listen, it's a bigger game. I could see the celebrate, but evidently he was trash talking with the Crabtree guy the whole game or all week or whatever.
Well, did you see this motion?
Yeah, that's where he got.
Come on, really?
I mean,
choke, really?
well, he's from where?
I did that like in first grade.
He's like from Compton, California. That's what they do. You know, and I even read a couple things on social media that when he yelled LOB at the end, it meant Legion of Boom. That's their nickname for the fans. Some people heard MOB, and evidently that's a gang sign. But it was he did say LOB. I did hear that, which is
well, after
Legion of
taking
Boom.
his helmet off, would you think that maybe
I don't judge a book by its cover. I don't, because
how about the book by the cover and the action?
What he did in that.
Did the action match the cover?
That's hard to say because there's some guys with dreads that aren't that bad. Come on, you go down that road. It's okay. Well, you know.
All fucking game?
Well, that's the way he is.
You're being interviewed after you just did a phenomenal fucking thing.
Yeah.
And you rather mention the other guy's name that you trash.
Well, the thing is, like I said to people on Twitter, I said, Erin Andrews, who we thought both said she did a pretty decent job. She got out.
She was shocked?
Well, she asked a good question. She goes, Richard, take me through that last play. She could have said to him, Richard, what's your favorite color? I think the answer would have been the same thing. He just would have just went off.
Oh, yeah.
It wouldn't have been, what's your feeling about Chris Christie, Richard? He would have just went crazy on Crabtree.
Yeah.
You know, so I think that was
Oh, Miss Crabtree.
Yeah. Oh, my God. It was rehearsed. He knew what he was going to say after the game, no matter who put the microphone in front of him.
He's somebody who sits in front of a mirror and says, you know what? That motherfucking microphone going to be in my face. This is what I'm going to say. And he did it.
And listen, I don't like the NFL being on the field right after the game because in the regular season they kind of decompress. They go into the locker room for like 10, 15 minutes and they can calm down. The post-game interview, when he had his little bow tie on, he was still going on. So you know what? He's a punk. He's a punk. You know, and unfortunately, or fortunately, however we look at it, half the country, or maybe more, is going to root for Denver now. Just because of that.
Everybody, I would say at least half the country was going to go for Seattle on this because Seattle's never won it before. And
listen, I have no issue with the Seahawks.
And they like the uniforms, which I don't.
My wife likes the uniforms. Yeah, they're well,
a lot of people like the uniforms.
They're in bed with Phil Knight. That's a whole Northwest thing for Nike. You know, and that's okay. Listen, uniforms don't bother me, except the Steelers. They wear the Bumblebee uniforms. That bothers me. But I don't mind the Seahawks. I have a friend that I'm on a Facebook thing with, a sports group, and you know he might be watching this at some point in time. We were all going at it with him. He's a big Seahawk fan. We were all going at it with him, and what I was trying to just tell him, listen, it's Sherman I got the issue with. It's not Seattle. Listen, Russell Wilson, the quarterback, he's a good guy. Marshawn Lynch, they call him the Beast. He's a good running back. They keep their mouths shut.
Pete Carroll.
Pete Carroll's a scumbag.
Oh, you like him?
Well, look what he did at USC. Reggie Bush lost his Heisman Trophy because of it was a mess at USC.
I like Pete Carroll.
Listen, his actions are scumbag. Again, I don't know these people personally.
No, I don't either.
You know, but he got jilted for the Jets. He had they're calling it the Chudzik routine. You know, the Browns coach who got 1 year. That's all Carroll got was 1 year. But as predicted, you did say Manning in the Super Bowl. You did say, I'll give Dino some props. You did say Pete Carroll's going to come back to New Jersey and kind of a little bit to the Jets. You know, so.
But seeing how that guy Sherman acted, and I don't like Kaepernick by any means. I think he's a cocky. Listen. Yeah,
did you see his post-game interview?
He's winning.
Did you see his post-game interview?
No.
It was subdued. Of course, they lost. Of course,
well, it had to be.
But it was well. The answers were well thought out.
Was he flexing, showing all his tattoos?
Well, I actually had a friend on Facebook, a friend John down in South Carolina. He puts on Facebook. He goes, "Are those plays on his arms?" That's a good one. I like that.
That is good.
So it's like they got the wrist laying here, and he's got the arms. He goes, "Hey guys, all right, let's do this."
Yeah.
He's an all right guy. Listen, he's cocky. He's good. There's cocky, and then there's what Sherman did. Sorry, that's two different things. I've been classified as cocky.
I've never been a San Francisco fan because being a Cowboy fan my whole life.
And I'm a Giants fan.
And I never liked Montana.
Oh, I liked Montana. How do you know?
Never liked Montana because of what he used to do to the Cowboys.
Yeah.
But
did to the Giants a couple times.
I actually wish Kaepernick would have won yesterday now.
Well, in retrospect, but before the game started, you were probably rooting for Seattle.
Pete Carroll.
Yeah, well,
and I want to see
and that's
him
okay.
come. And you know what? He's giving a fuck you to the Jets.
Do you think he remembers that one? It's been like 20 years now, hasn't
he
it?
remembers.
I know they have long memories. I get that.
I remember.
Do you think?
I remember, and it didn't affect me.
Maybe you want to be that one reporter. Maybe we could take a road trip. Maybe you could be that one reporter. Say, hey, Pete, You were here like 20-something years ago, maybe. What do you think about the Jets?
Jets, Jets, suck.
But that was under Leon Hess, if I'm not mistaken, right? It wasn't under Woody Johnson?
Leon Hess, yeah.
Yeah, Leon's long dead.
Yeah.
They buried him in his little Hess truck, right?
Which year?
The one with the helicopter.
The one with the helicopter? Okay, cool.
The flashing lights.
That's good.
You can get it at your
Rise
local
to
Hess.
heaven.
Yes. But listen, that's all we're going to be talking about for the next 2 weeks. And if that was his way of taking the spotlight off the rest of his team so they can just go about their business, I don't think so. I think that's just the way. Do you ever see his mom? They did a special. ESPN did a special on his mom.
His mom.
She's the mom that she wears the jersey with her son's name on it. That's all good. But she goes through the parking lot. Yeah, my son Richard Sherman. He's this. He's that. Blah, blah, blah. I almost, unless I missed it, maybe I'm just watching what I want to watch. I never heard anything. Yeah, Seahawks. We're number one. I'm a team guy first. And if a guy did, if he kept his mouth shut, we'd be talking about this play forever.
I'm going to go out on a limb. Was his father in the audience?
I have no idea.
Maybe that's what his fucking problem is.
But he did go.
Father should have smacked him.
Listen.
When he was younger.
Listen, he went from Compton.
Because you actually disrespected a woman there.
Yeah, he disrespected a member of the media. I mean, listen. Yes, he didn't flash himself in front of Erin Andrews, but she's just a member of the media at that point. I have no issue. You going onto the field, you never know what's going to happen, man or woman.
I understand that.
But and he didn't really disrespect her. He didn't say, "Yo, bitch, get out of my way. I got something to say." He just went off on his tangent, whatever. But listen, the guy went from the hood of L.A. to Stanford, which is not easy to get into even as a football player. And from all told,
Who got him in?
His football skills, and I'm sure
There's politics involved.
I don't know. Maybe. I'm not going down that road, Dino.
You know how politics are.
Yeah, I do.
One hand wash the other.
Yeah, we said that already.
Yeah.
But I think that the tension's going to be on Sherman for 2 weeks. Maybe a week, and Peyton will step up. Peyton doesn't play that game. He's just going to go in. He's going to say all the right things. John Fox, how great a story is that? The guy almost died.
Yeah.
He was on a golf course. You saw that story. He was on a golf course. He said if he was like on a really far out golf course or maybe on the 13th hole, he would have been dead. Thank God he was on the front nine.
Thank God he sucks.
Yeah, well,
He sucks playing golf.
Exactly.
If he shot par, forget about it. He'd probably be in
he would have stuck it. He would have stuck it out. Yeah. So you got that story. You got the Peyton Manning story. You got the Sherman thing. You got the Carroll. This is going to be a lot of stories on this Super Bowl, and I'm not getting into the predictions because we got 2 weeks for the game. Oh my God.
Nobody east of the Rocky Mountains going to the Super Bowl.
Who's going anyway? What if it? We're supposed to get a blizzard this week, right?
I'm saying teams.
Oh no, nobody.
In the metropolitan area.
No.
Will I venture to say, to think of any Super Bowl in recent history, that these two teams are traveling the most distance to get to the home field, to get to the field?
Super Bowl game. I don't know where Seattle. I don't know where the Super Bowl was when Seattle played Pittsburgh. But combined, yeah, Seattle and Pittsburgh was Seattle's the first team away. San Francisco played Miami. But they didn't have to go anywhere. When they played Miami, you know where the Super Bowl was. It was in Palo Alto.
Yeah.
They slept in their own beds, practically. So yeah, we
need to do some research on this.
We could do some research, and we have 2 weeks. Did I say
research
that?
it?
Did I say?
Will this come out? Will one reporter?
Somebody will say it, but I will try to break this on Twitter and Facebook.
It was said here first.
It was said here first.
And also yesterday when I said Brady should start manning up.
That's a good one. I haven't seen too much.
I want to hear anybody who took that from me.
Yeah.
I'm going to be pissed. I thought about that.
But we'll give predictions next week probably, right? Because it's too early. It's too early for that. The two number one teams, you just can't sit here and say, it's going to be Denver. Yeah, it's too easy to say.
Are we going to predict head or tails? How many predictions are we going to
We can go through all that.
First penalty?
Oh, man.
First injury?
We don't have that. I don't think our viewers want to.
First commercial?
Do they really? Well, they already started that yesterday. They had Arnold doing some preview commercials on.
Who was he dressed as? Andre Agassi or something like that?
I don't know what he was dressed as. That was weird. Maybe Maria was. Maybe they had some little things going on in the governor's mansion.
I'm at the girls' dressing.
The governor.
Maria.
Wow.
Maria, get my paddle.
Paddle?
Yeah, he's playing table tennis.
Yeah. Oh, that's what you meant.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, her paddle.
So anyway, did you see that that terrible story about the lady who performed an exorcism on her kids?
I think that's a poor excuse. Come on.
You know what? She says she's trying to get the devil out of him.
I don't buy it. Sorry.
Did you see the picture of her?
She was cute. She looked like...
Okay. Now, if you had an encyclopedia that said the definition of crack whore,
Right.
I'm sure her picture would have been there.
Wow.
I mean, she had I think it was a tattoo or something like a
Eye drop
line.
or a teardrop?
No, it looked like a line, like it
Really?
ran. I don't know if it was a tattoo, a scar, or whatever. But
I thought she was just dirty.
She had 4 kids. 2 of them died, killed them
No,
instantly.
they were killed. They didn't
Were
die.
killed.
They were killed.
And the other 2 were in the hospital.
How does-
And my question is, first of all, what the fuck are you thinking about? She was 28 years old. Was she even around when Linda Blair had the poltergeist going?
No. Well, the thing that gets me is that I guess she was deemed a better parent than the father. Did the father have something to say?
I want to know, in all honesty. Well, actually, I wish her head did turn around like Linda Blair, because I think the backside probably would have been more attractive
That's
than the
going to
front.
happen in prison. Don't worry.
Oh, yeah.
Someone's going to snap her neck.
But who the fuck would fuck her? Did you see how ugly she was? 4 times?
Well,
There's some desperate fucking people out there.
yeah.
You know.
But she might have been just as desperate as the guys who did the deed, you know?
You know, 2 kids died.
What city was that? Was that... Where was that?
Relatively local, I think.
Was it Newark? Yeah, probably.
No, it wasn't in New Jersey.
Oh, no, it wasn't in
it
Jersey.
wasn't in Jersey. No, it was
Oh.
somewhere on the East Coast. It
Not
wasn't
yet.
like California or something like that. No. But,
Oh, man, that's just... Hey, look, when it comes to kids,
yeah,
I don't see
that's
anything.
horrible.
I don't see anything
That's
but
horrible.
kids.
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
That's
You know,
horrible.
but just from her picture, I mean, like you said, you can kind of. I mean, I don't like that. We were just talking about judging a book by its cover. In this case, you may have had a couple of questions
How about the
beforehand.
guy in Brick? The guy walked into Chuck E. Cheese with a gun.
Yeah, he was threatening another father, right? Yeah, that's.
Did you see his mugshot?
No, what was it? Good-looking guy,
He made Sherman look like
choir boy.
Brad Pitt.
Oh wow. So he wasn't the most attractive guy.
No,
okay.
no. Like I can picture him walking in with the pants down under his ass,
Oh boy.
with the boxer shorts showing.
Oh boy.
And the reason why the pants is dragging is because he's got a piece in his pocket.
And he brings the Chuck E. Cheese.
Chuck E. Cheese.
That's just wrong.
That's, you know what? It's going back to like the movie theater. You got people who are making $8.15 an hour watching the door. I mean, how many times have you snuck into a movie theater?
Maybe, yeah. I hear
I
you.
mean, you hand out the ticket. You just give him a ticket from a movie from last week, and he just rips it and throws it in there because he doesn't care, because as long as they're making minimum wage.
Exactly.
But these are the people who are protecting us. Now you go into Chuck E. Cheese and guys got a gun. I mean, seriously.
At some point in time, people have to take responsibilities. I mean, come on. Why do you got to leave it in the glove compartment? You know that there's kids around. That thing could go off as Plexico. That thing can go off at any time. You know, I mean, so and you want to. God forbid he killed a kid.
Well, I'm sure he probably said, "Well, I just did to protect my kid." Well, fucking protect your kid without the fucking gun in your hand.
You ever been to Chuck E. Cheese?
Need a lot of protection there.
Well, the kids are running around like maniacs. I mean, it's not like they're running in a straight line where they're like, oh, everybody in a row. You could clip a kid from across the room. You never know what a kid's doing. I mean, hey, listen. And that happened in Brick, right?
Yeah, Brick.
Where's that town border again?
Towns River.
And another town to the north? Yeah. Do they carry guns?
No, they don't.
They do
a lot
drive
of Bibles.
They do drive deadly weapons, though.
Yes, they do.
Beat up green minivans.
Those '78 Cadillacs with the wooden panel and the
Or
newspaper
minivan.
in the back seat.
I like the minivans that have like 12 dents in them.
Woo.
You know, but they're not going to Chuck E. Cheese anytime soon because is Chuck E. Cheese kosher? Maybe they should hire you to have kosher
No.
kosher pizza parties at Chuck E. Cheese. You know, but yeah, I tried to judge a book by its cover, but in this case,
You know what?
These people were, they fit the description.
It's funny. It's like Match.com.
Oh boy.
Talk about judging your book by the cover.
Yeah.
Now you've been with the lovely Christine for a while, so I don't think you were
Before the
Match.com.
internet. Yeah, before the internet.
Before
yeah.
the internet. Yeah, you're that old. But I was on Match.com before I got married.
Okay.
and judge a book by the cover. And
Well, gotta start somewhere.
And back then, they send the pictures out. So you look at the pictures because that's the most important thing. It's the physical attraction first. It's not the mental, because you can't look at a picture and say,
I mean,
wow,
you're not reading
she
the
has
bio. You're not reading the bio
No,
first.
you got to be attracted first. If you're walking in a mall, like you met Christine.
Yeah.
Did you, for the first time, did you say, wow, I really like her view on politics?
Yes. No.
You said,
Man, she's hot.
she's hot. Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
You're walking in a mall. You see a girl walking by. You go, wow, she cooks the great lasagna I can imagine. No, you're going to say she's fucking hot.
And if she does cook
the lasagna,
that's a bonus.
It's a bonus.
Absolutely.
So anyway, there's one Match.com story I had when I was traveling with the retirement homes. She had answered my ad.
Must have been fun.
Oh, that was great.
You didn't hook up there, I guess.
No, actually I did a couple of times.
Oh boy.
But not the people living there.
Okay.
But there was one girl. She had answered my ad about 2 days before I had to travel, so I was going away for 2 weeks. So we couldn't meet up. So we exchanged numbers and we're talking on the phone and stuff like that. She sounded pretty decent. So I get back, and I said to her, "Do you want to meet up?" And she lived in Brooklyn. Well, she says, "Yeah, let's meet up." I said, "Well, I know Brooklyn pretty well. Why don't we meet at a couple places?" She goes, "No, why don't you just come to my apartment?" I'm like, okay. She's comfortable. All right, no care. Get to the apartment, open up the door. She's shaped like a pyramid.
Wow.
The picture was about 20 years older than what she was. And she was heavier,
Okay.
a lot heavier.
Okay.
I'm saying, you know what? I actually did something good. I said, she's got a nice personality.
You'll hang out for a little bit.
I'm going to hang out. Sure. Go inside. Ask her if she wants to go out and get cappuccino, coffee, something like that. I wasn't going to say dessert, but I didn't have that much money on me. So anyway.
Plus, she was on a diet anyway.
Yeah. 1,000-calorie
Listen,
diet.
you don't need the Sunday, honey. Just have the coffee. Yeah.
So we're sitting there, and she's not even talking. Like about a half hour goes by. And she goes, "You want to see something funny?"
Oh, boy.
I'm like, okay. She goes to her computer, and back then, you had like a screensaver that was very interactive.
Okay. Oh, really? Okay.
There was a purple gorilla named Gonzo. And the gorilla, when you hit the keyboard, you'd say, "Good morning, Maria. How are you today?" And if you don't hit a keyboard after a couple minutes, "Hey, Maria, are you mad at me? Why are you ignoring me?" Wow. So I'm like, okay. So now I'm saying to myself, okay, this girl's never been on a date before. She has no fucking clue what she's doing. But it's okay. She's got a nice personality. She's just really, really shy.
And I'm never coming back again.
But so I asked her again. I said, "Do you want to go out and get a cappuccino or something?" No, let's just sit here. Another half hour goes by.
Oh, my God. So
She goes, "You want to see something funny?" I go, okay. She goes back to her screensaver.
Okay.
She opens up this file. All pictures of bestiality.
Ugh.
Guy doing a horse, girl doing a pig. She goes, "Isn't this funny?" Funny.
It's sick.
This is sick. I'm looking for a fucking wife. I'm getting the fuck out of here. By the time I left Brooklyn to Belleville,
20 minutes?
about 25 minutes, 47 emails
From her?
from her.
She's stalking you.
"I love you. I love you."
Oh, my God.
Yeah, you love me because nobody else fucking stayed. I'm the only one who stayed.
You're the only
Of course
one
you love me.
You're the only one dumb enough to went to her apartment.
It got so bad, I actually had to change my phone number.
Oh, my God.
Because she would call me up at 3 o'clock in the morning. She would go, "You know what I'm doing right now?" No.
No.
I hear in the background.
No,
I'm like,
you
"No."
didn't. No, my God. Stopped on the feedback. Huh?
Yeah.
Oy.
But then there was another story. It was really funny. She was
Please make it better than the other one.
she was actually from Tom's River.
Okay.
And I just bought the restaurant with my brother. And, the first year and stuff like that was always rough. And I was meeting people on Match, and I wasn't saying I owned the restaurant. I was just saying I worked at a restaurant. So just so I didn't get any supposed gold digger looking type people, right? So this one girl, I met her at TGI Fridays. And we're sitting,
Okay.
talking. 45 minutes goes by, everything's good. She says to me, She goes, well, you told me you worked in a restaurant. What do you do in a restaurant? Now, this time, I feel a little more comfortable with her.
Okay. Well, actually.
So I said, well, I own it. Oh. You told me you just started about a year and a half ago. I said, yeah, we bought it about a year and a half ago.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Can we get the check? I'm like, okay.
Wow, that's interesting.
So, waitress shot your check off. I go, something wrong? I'm looking for somebody a little more established.
Wow.
I said, okay. So I took the check, itemized it, everything I fucking had, figured out the tax, my gratuity, I left it. I said, I'm just going to leave my portion since it's not really that fucking established.
Wow.
Got up and left, yeah.
Wow.
So Match.com is scary.
You got to go to the other guy. Who's the other guy?
eHarmony?
Yeah, that guy.
That's how I met my wife.
Okay. Maybe you should go to another one.
I actually want to sue eHarmony, actually.
They owe you money.
They owe me fucking money.
Wow.
But, so anyway, next week, we might have a Hollywood...
A hunk?
You would say hunk.
Well...
You're going to say hunk.
We got to bring in the female viewers.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
Scott Reeves,
Nice.
formerly of General Hospital,
Yeah.
Nashville, band and everything. He's going to be here.
He's actually going to talk to us.
He's going to talk to us.
Wow. I'm excited.
I'm moving over.
Oh, stop
All right,
it.
guys. See you next week.